다음으로 본격적으로 촬영 단계에 넘어가서 그 벌추얼 프로덕션의 실질적인 운용, 아무래도 그런 실제 운용 같은 거를 직접 담당해 보시고 경험이 있으시니 이런 부분들에 대한 대화를 좀 나눠보고 싶습니다. 첫 번째로 가장 이 R&D적으로 이 벌추얼 프로덕션을 접근할 때 저희 한국에 이제 요거를 준비하시는 분들이 가장 힘들어하고 또는 제일 먼저 고민하는 부분들이 결국은 패러럴 시스템, 트래킹 시스템일 텐데요. 이 실물 카메라와 버추얼 카메라를 연동시키는 부분일 텐데요. 현재 저희는 뭐 엔캠이나 모시스 그 외에 지금 뭐 저희 회사로는 바이브라든지 뭐 여러 가지 시스템을 테스팅을 하고 있는데 혹시 이런 부분들이 지금 현재 해외 버추얼 프로덕션 같은 경우에는 어떤 기술적인 스탠다드 표준으로서의 매뉴얼이 어느 정도는 성립이 됐다든지 이제 테스트를 다 해봤더니 이런 쪽으로 가는 것이 가장 좋더라라든지 이런 부분들의 어떤 기술적인 축적이 이루어졌는지 물어보고 싶습니다.
I mean, it's still quite early days. There are a number of like there's different types of tracking, right? So you've got your like you said, MOSIS, NCAM, or STIPE, and those are generally there like a camera that's looking at dots or it's looking at something in the physical scene that it's using to track the camera. But you also have like the motion capture side where you've got a bunch of cameras around the environment, and you're actually physically tracking the camera and putting that into the digital world. We've had experience with both, and in general, it's with all these systems, you have to tune them for what that system is good for. And so as long as you tune them properly, because I've used several of them, you can get really good results. But you have to make sure that you're setting the camera correctly for for what that camera can do. And I think with some of these things, some of it is a bit trial and error, because you have to spend some time using them in order to get comfortable with the tech and how it works. But yeah, I don't have like a use this and this is the best thing out there. Because we've, like I said, we've used different things for different purposes, and yeah, I think it depends on some of it will depend on budget, because all these things have different price points as well.
지금 스튜디오를 셋업 중인 알레스테어 같은 경우는 어떤 그 시스템을 주로 지금 염두에 두고 계신지 궁금합니다.
I think I would actually jump, but just agree with what Sean said in that sense. We've experienced with a whole bunch of systems, and we have used different things for different cases. It kind of different things work better in different places. I haven't found one thing where like this solves all our problems. Like for our optical camera tracking, we use Giant because we can use that to track camera and we track performers with it. And props and everything else, but then that's I know that some of these other systems work really well when you're integrating them with the camera tracking dollies and all the other pieces that are on a stage. So I don't know if I'd be able to say like use this. We've literally got like several in progress at the moment, and we're using them for slightly different reasons. I think the key thing for us, and particularly for someone who's if it's not like we're building a whole studio, but being involved in virtual production, often we find ourselves having it tie into other people's systems. So we might be doing a part of a production. This is stepping back from where the studio we're setting up here, but on other virtual production shoots, and our cameras might have to tie into someone else's system. There might be another someone else might be doing facial tracking. We might be doing body tracking. There might be camera tracking happening over here. And I think the key thing is being familiar with as many as you can, getting experience with as many as you can, and having a flexible workflow that can kind of tailor and adapt to the situation. I don't think, much like Sean, I don't think we've found like this is the tool for every job. Sometimes we use things that we've built in-house. Sometimes we're using off-the-shelf tech, and they all work well. I don't think that they're all good solutions, and sometimes it's affected by the production budget. Sometimes it's affected by the experience of the crew that are working on that set and some of the other teams that are there. So Yeah, I think the key thing for me is flexibility and being able to adapt. And when you're building your systems, making sure that they're open and able to hook into whatever else might come in. Because sometimes you might have someone's like, well, we have this other company doing this camera thing. They're going to be using this system. You guys need to work with it. And that's just kind of the reality sometimes of how film production works. So it's more that collaborative, being able to work with everyone.
네네. 그러면 이런 트래킹 시스템 같은 경우에는 워낙에 다양한 변수가 존재하기 때문에 그런 다양한 변수에 고루 대응할 수 있는 그래서 여러 가지 시스템을 염두에 두고 있고 다양하게 테스트를 하고 있다. 지금 현 단계에서는 어떤 게 뭐 넘버원이다라고 말씀드리기는 조금 힘들다라고 이해를 했고요.